hustler on the bit.
So we're recording.
Okay,
One,
tungepoteza zote.
2. Tungepoteza yote. 1. And we roll. Welcome back, guys, to What They Said show. And of course, guys, there's something I want us to discuss hapa hivi. It's about Kenyans on Twitter and celebs. I don't know if mmekuwa mkifuatilia. So basically, there's been a lot of back and forth between Kenyans on Twitter and celebs that has been happening, especially sijui kama ni after the 100 mil was dished out by Uhuru Kenyatta to the celebs, of which sisi hatujapata, and I'm wondering where ours has gone to. Mason, you're supposed to be handling the accounts. I don't know what you've been doing with whatever has been deposited, but anyway, ni sawa. Basically, people like entertainers like akina Mulamwah, Aziad, wamekuwa kiingiliwa na wase Kenyans on Twitter, especially now. Vile sasa kuna a lot of time on their hands. You know, you have nothing but time in social media, your phone, your computer, whatever it is. So Mulamwah said he was quitting comedy because he'd been trolled so much. Then YY came to his defense, said, you know, Kenyan fans are so entitled. Not everyone, of course, but he said Kenyan fans are so entitled. They feel so entitled. And, you know, that cyberbullying has to stop. Akina Betty Chalo, Akina Yvonne Okwara, they've all weighed in on the subject matter. You remember Akina Brian and Brian, Brenda and? Brian, yeah, the two, patient 01 and patient 0 for COVID who recovered, but people are saying it's a scam, and so people ingiliated them, looked for their past files, and, you know, really, they excoriated them on Twitter, I'm telling you. So I want to ask you guys.
Hey, explore more.
Yeah, I mean, you have to update yourself in this COVID time.
Hey, yeah.
So basically, I want to ask you guys, what do you think what is your view as it pertains to the whole thing with guys online, wanaingilia watu? You know, is it just freedom of expression, you know, or should, you know, entertainers thicken and toughen their skin? Or is it a matter of, or a case of, you know, things going too far?
I think
so sad to find that other people find it so funny to just sit on your phone or your laptop or whatever it is you're using and start bullying someone else, or you feel like you're so superior that you can just sit and start talking shit about someone else for no apparent reason. You don't know the person. The person has never done anything wrong to you, but you feel so miserable with your life that you have time to sit down and start like bullying someone else. It does not make sense, and it's so sad because like Kenyans, by the way, Kenyans, we play too much. We really play too much. Okay, but it's quite unfortunate when like it gets to a point where your bullying is like it gets into someone else's family. It's really sad. Kenyans really need to change. Like, find something to do, find a job, clean your house, go sit down on YouTube, watch movies, watch videos or something. You can't just wake up and decide it's time to insult someone for no apparent reason and you think it's cool. Go get a job or something.
Hey, okay.
I'm telling you, someone coming with all the best. Nani, cool down, first of all, cool down.
Wow.
No, it's not funny, man.
No, I'm
it's
not saying
funny. Imagine someone had a miscarriage because of all this.
Who's that?
People think it's cool.
Who's that?
It's not. People.
No, I'm saying who had the miscarriage?
Oh my God.
Oh,
so
what an expression to capture. Angalia me freeze kwanza chikina.
Kenyan internet, I say.
Acha ikaiva, endelea.
So this is what I think
Yeah.
about all this thing. At times we should learn when to draw the line,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to social media.
Yeah.
A place where you can understand like this is how much I'm willing to share about my life, so that you make social media your playground. You get so you don't take all your best choice outside, India. So that's what you should do about social media and what have you. Is it right what people are doing? No. Is it right when we act so entitled and involved in people's lives? I don't think so. But it comes back to these people as they are. If you share if you share too much, you tend to give people that authority of saying whatever they want to say about you. Right now, people for lack of a better term, wasi wamechoka, wako home. The uncertainty is breathtaking. So nakuta, you have nothing better to do. You air your issues to each and every one of them, each and every person outside, the celebrities and what have you, because unaka ukiona, alafu they build these personas of how things are right on their ends, and it's not really the case. So when you feel like the other person is doing better than you, people tend to have some level of saltiness. So I think that's the main issue, actually. So on the Mulamwah, oh my god.
Yep, sorry for that interruption.
Okay. We should pause tujaribu kuona kama tuzampata.
Endelea. Ndampigia.
So on that, as I was saying, it's on the Mulamwah case. I get he came in, he gave him hugs. People are happy about his content. People are supportive, and then Kenyans decided to be Kenyans and wakaonyesha true colors. Should I say he would have been prepared for this? I think so, because we've seen from other people's experiences, you can't be everybody's best friend, man. Yeah.
I don't know, her phone is not going through. Maybe her phone may cut it or something. Battery may die or something. So for me, I mean, but could it be a case also of, say, guys just want to express themselves? And, once you become an entertainer, and once you become like almost like you're in the public domain. When you're in the public domain, some people might assume, you know what, I mean, you're an entertainer, I have the free will. I mean, not of course, do any physical harm on you, but once you put yourself out there, you open yourself up to criticism and all that. So could it be a case also of guys assume that, that's what it is? And you guys just need to develop thicker skin. I don't know. What do you think about that?
But again, as I said, it's the level of what you want to share. If it's all about your content, we have some big artists out here who we never hear anything about their lives, because all they're pushing is content and what they have, and they're not trying to fix their personal lives into all these shenanigans they are doing in social media. And most of those who do that, they have little to no fights or backlash from their fans. You get, I would have liked to take an example of someone, but I'm not so sure. I might be wrong. But you get, as in, if there's a limit to whatever you want to share out there, there's always, Aitaku hit so bad. You get, so if you come to look at, even for Bahati's case, I've read somewhere that he had to close down his EMB's whatever studios, I think. Studios in there.
Yeah.
He had to close them down, and the reason is he was getting OCG backlash from people he had signed coming back to bite his behind, and they all that, and getting back and nasty towards his wife, because I think he had let people so into his personal life that they didn't know when to stop. You get what I'm saying? So if people, if you're willing to put yourself out there, know to what limit you'd go, and don't put the things that matter most to you out there, so that the things that matter most to you, when they get attacked, it falls back on you. So I think that's the case. A Kenyan's idol, 100%. Do Kenyans need something to make them busy? Yes. Will they go to Twitter and bash anyone? Trust and believe they would.
There she is. She's coming back. So for me, I think I'll definitely side with guys. I mean, I think first of all we are going too far. I mean, hey, welcome back. I don't know what happened. Did you come is there a monkey in the forest that snatched your phone or what happened?
No, my phone unexpectedly
It's still
went
frozen
off.
from my end.
My phone went off. I'm sorry.
Okay. So for Mason, I just finished explaining his point. So for me, I think we all have freedom to express ourselves. I think as an entertainer and as an artist, once you put stuff out there, once you put a song out there, once you put a movie, whatever it is, if you're a comedian or whatever, I mean, you open yourself up to criticism. You open yourself up to be scrutinized by the public. That's something that goes along with the job. If you do a show today, if you do something today in a public domain, people talk. Some people like it, some people won't like it. It's just part of the job. Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about this. Bado niko part of the meeting.
Yes, you are, but umehang.
I can see you.
Yeah, I can see you. So you're part of the meeting.
Yeah.
You're part of the meeting.
Imeniandikia ati meeting is cancelled. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah. So basically, like I was saying, yes, and as entertainers, you do open yourself up to criticisms, scrutinization by the public, etc., etc. But there's a certain limit to where anyway, just morally and ethically, you know, where do we draw the line between okay, anyway, this is now ethical, this is now unethical, you know, and we do cross the boundary, especially people who go and look back into the accounts of people, for example, way back, for example, when they were producing photos of Akinas G, Brenda and Brayo, you know, and stuff like that. Man, Maze, they were going in on those people, man. I'm telling you, it was just absolutely ridiculous, Maze. You know, Yani, these are also human beings. That's the first thing you should note. These are human beings, and what people are doing is nothing short of bullying, Yani. And it's absolutely, from an ethical standpoint and from a moral standpoint, it is absolutely wrong. I don't think there is any law that protects or says anything against it in particular. And I think that's why there's no per se hard drawn line. There's no concrete law or any concrete rule that says you can't do this, you can't do that. Yeah, so that's why guys can go back, and especially because it's over the internet. I think a lot of guys get the guts, and a lot of guys, have the, moralia kuenda, and they're dissing people and saying this about this person, saying this about that person, ABCD, so there's no, because it's over the internet, it's over digital space. There's no limit. It's limitless. You can be online at 2 a.m. You can type as many texts or as many tweets as possible, or whatever you want to do. So that's why also it may contribute to a lot of these things. So I just think as human beings, have compassion for your fellow human beings, in the sense of this is a fellow human being. There's a limit to where you can go morally and ethically, and that should be within you. Would you like someone else to do that to you? But as far as criticism, if you attack someone's work and you say, for example, hey, by the way, I don't enjoy Mulamwah's content, ABCD. If you're attacking his content, his work, no problem with that, because that's his work you're attacking. Yeah. I mean, he's put his work in public. Or if you're saying the way, if you had a problem with Aziad, and maybe you will say, by the way, because I saw some people were saying, Yani, this girl just got famous because of tingishing her waist. Yani, that's the level where, entertainers in Kenya may stoop low to and stuff. If you're attacking her content, say, I didn't enjoy her content, that's okay. But, as going as far as to attack the person in, personally, making it personal is now where I have a problem, or what I have a problem with in particular.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah, people are very idle, and as they are known, saizi ile kazi iko saizi, it's being a keyboard warrior. You do the most ukiwa tu hapo kwako and attack someone that you clearly have no idea life yake iko. You don't even know their story. You know the five pictures you've liked. I was about to say pictures. The 5 pictures you've liked on social media about them. Mm-hmm. And you see, so this is wrong, and we should know like when to draw the line. Each and every time I think before you do a thing to any other person, hebu kaa chini ukajiuliza, if it was done to me, you know, as in, would I be comfortable if people try and get this comfortable talking about my life? Would I be comfortable when people try to poke a lot about my life and whatever I'm doing with my life? Sindio? Yes, I might do something right now, maybe get into a controversy out here, and does that make you feel privileged and entitled enough to say, to bring out, wanasemanga ni receipts, to bring out things about me that, you know, they wouldn't look nice if they were put out, if they were about you, if they were put out there. If it's about artists, respect their art and respect who they are as a person. First and foremost, unimsi anajaribu ku make it kwa life. Things are tough, my friends, man. So if this person is out here trying to like make 1 and 2, make ends meet, you know what I'm saying? Like respect this person. Wacha afanye job yake, wacha endelea na busy yake. So now you guys, people went out. Mulamwah, I saw a video, he burnt his hata ile yake ya kazi, alichoma ngo ya kazi, and he decided to hang the boot. Sasa if amefanya hivyo juu yako wewe, utaweza kumsaidia? Will you be able to sustain his life? And if you say he took it like he wasn't strong enough, were you fair to do whatever you did to him? It's so uncalled for by the but again, you should understand, people should learn.
Just to add on to what you're saying, yeah? Another thing I also think, you know, because also it's over the internet space, it's so easy for guys to just poke in and, you know, offer their opinion and you know, just say whatever they feel like, even if, you know, morally it's not okay. There's something wrong with it, you know. For example, if you're a marketing manager, say at Coca-Cola, yeah, or at Safaricom or whatever, someone would come into your office, even if you disagree with or you think they do a shitty job, yeah. You can't just walk into their office and say, hey, you do a shitty job. How dare you? Look at you. First of all, you look like shit. You look ABCD. You look. How dare you sit? You can't do that, Cindy. It'll be, first of all, you'll be thrown out by security. But because it's over the internet space, as you know, with every good thing, there's also a bad thing. So people feel like, you know, they can now just walk into these entertainers spaces and, you know, say what they want to say. You know, call them out personally. Do ABCD. Ridiculous, man. You can't do that, man.
But if they call you out about whatever your business is, I think it's okay.
Yeah, if it's
for business, come on and call out your content. Yeah, if it's for work, and it's sour. But example, if they get into your personal life, I think if they get into a personal life, I think it's a matter of like who you are as a person. People tend to let out like bad image about themselves unknowingly. So when we come on, like you're very involved of saying, oh, so and so's wife wasn't the better, didn't like meet the grade, oh, so and so isn't doing this and this right about their personal life. And hapo umejikosa, and you're, as Flo said, you are depressed and you're trying to air your issues out there. As in when mashida zako tu naangazia wengine.
Another thing, if you don't like someone, you don't have to follow them, you don't have to support them in anything they're doing. Just keep it to yourself. Don't come out here frustrating everyone just because you're miserable with your own self or with your life. Keep it to yourself. Nobody has time to deal with your issues for you. Please, just keep it on the down low.
I'd like to disagree with Flo a bit. Just because you say, or just because someone comes online and says, for example, I don't like Flo as a presenter, yeah? I think she ABCD. It doesn't mean that they have necessarily a shitty life, or you know, they're going through some stuff, but it just probably they just feel they want to be expressive. You know, some people, you know, are very expressive, especially now in this day and age. Everyone has a platform.
Mike,
chill. Everyone has a platform where they are. You know, so long as you have a phone. So long as you have bundles or whatever, you can express yourself via IG, you can express yourself via Twitter. So everyone has a platform. So I think that's why people feel they have the power and the capacity and the room afforded to them to be able to express themselves. Though, Enya, I agree with you. You know, if you don't like someone, you know, sometimes if you have nothing nice to say, you know, our mothers used to say, keep it to yourself.
Tesla on the bit.